I'm Skania Adir, and on today's virtual tour, I will be showing you guys how to make corn husk dolls as well as telling you the story of the corn husk doll. The story I'm about to tell was translated from this book, Onorda Gayaduni Ogarda, and was created by these people. So first of all, for your materials, you're going to need corn husks. I prefer to soak mine beforehand, but a lot of people like to use the fresh ones. I find when you let them dry first and then soak them, they become a lot easier to work with, pliable, and then they'll hold their shape better once they dry. You'll also need scissors in order to cut your corn husks, to cut up the harder pieces that don't bend as well as string. You'll use the scissors to cut your string, and the string also to tie the different parts. So, to begin, you're going to prepare your corn husk dolls after they've been soaked. You want to take off these hard parts that don't bend very well. You want to clip them right off because they will not work very well. So you remove those. And what you do is you start off using about 3 leaves. I like these ones because they've got a beautiful purple color on them. Use about 3 leaves, and they're all going to be facing kind of outwards. This I find is the trickiest part. You have them sort of facing in an outward direction. This is going to be the head. So what we're going to be doing is we'll be tying at the top, we'll be tying it very tightly and flipping the whole thing over and using the various edges of the corn husks to cover our original knot. So I told you that part so that you can understand how you're going to attach the ones at the top. So you attach them, you tie them. For younger children, you can do stuff like rubber bands. For more advanced, the actual way that most people do it, the more proper way, is to actually use thin strips of the corn husk. You tear them off like that, and they can be quite strong, but they're a little bit harder to work with. So for now, we're going to use string. So once you've tied it very, very, very tight at the top, I like to cut it to get a nice even spot, and then we're going to flip the whole thing right over and kind of open it up like a banana over itself. And you want to be careful that all of your corn husks are going to cover your knot in the middle. After you've brought them all down like this, you kind of arrange them. And then, once you've gotten a good shape, you're going to tie it. It's already starting to look like a head. So you tie it right around the neck. This also works well in classrooms for teaching body parts. So now we have our head and we have our body for now. Right now it looks a bit like a ghost. So next we'll make our arms. We need a separate piece of corn husk for that. We need one that's going to be more of a rectangular shape. As we saw the other ones, it was fine that we left the long skinny parts. But for the arms, we're going to need something more flat and more rectangular like this. And then once we got that, we're going to roll them up. These are going to be our corn husk doll's arms. We're going to split, we're going to take that tightly rolled tube, and actually, the best thing to do, I often skip this step and go right to putting it as the arms, but the best thing to do is to tie it right away. This way it's easier to work with. So as you're tying these, since these are the arms, you'll notice that where these are tied, it becomes the wrists. And the little bit hanging out at the end will become the hands, but it will become more apparent once we continue working. So now we tie both sides. It does make it a bit easier if you cut up your strings in advance, but it's not necessary. You can always cut off. Sometimes you end up with strings that are too long when you pre-cut them, so that's up to you. So now we've got our arm piece. And we've got our 2 hands on the end. What we're going to do is we're going to split the body part, the body section, I guess you would say, and kind of slide it up underneath into the body of the corn husk doll. I don't know how easy it is to see there. We've got it kind of in there. And so what you do is you slide it right up to the neck, and this will give it sort of its shoulders. And then I like to tie it right underneath there, especially to hold it in place. Some people do it a bit lower and it gives it more of a long-bodied look, but I kind of prefer it like this, kind of an empire waist dress. So what many people do is they'll leave it just like this, and this can be a yagungwe or a woman. She's got her skirt on and stuff. And if people wish, they can also turn it into a male doll by splitting the leaves at the bottoms. At this point, you can even cut them a bit, because if you look, one side is very thin and then these two leaves are very thick. So you want the legs to be relatively equal. So I'm going to split one of these leaves just a bit to make the two sides more equal. Not too much. So once you've split them here, you'll see you have two legs. And I like to do the feet first. You fold it down where you think his feet will go, or her feet. Basically anybody who's going to be wearing pants. And you tie that right under there, and that becomes his ankle, and the part that's sticking out will be his little foot. So there's one foot right there. We'll do the other one. I'll try to do it kind of quickly. So this is an activity that can really be done in no time. A lot of people have corn husks lying around nowadays. They can even be bought at places like anywhere where you can get kind of Mexican food and stuff like that. They'll have dried corn husks or actual corn husks. So here's his feet, and then you can add another one for the knees. So it's up to each individual person if they prefer to keep all the strings attached. Some people kind of like to keep them on there and hanging off. It gives them a bit more of a rustic kind of Pinteresty vibe. But a lot of people like to cut them off. It becomes a nice, much cleaner look. And once the corn husk doll dries, you'll see less of the green color that's in there. It doesn't come through very well, but there is a bit of a green color. Once it dries, it's going to be a lot more yellow, and the purple will stand out more, the bit of purple that there is. So here's our little corn husk doll guy. Comes together pretty easily, and it's really fun. So now I can tell you guys the story of how we got the corn husk doll. So the story goes that a long time ago, a young man made a corn husk doll, which he gave to his young niece. She loved this corn husk doll. For many, many years, these two were always playing together. One morning, the young woman woke up and she was very angry. She yelled at her doll and made fun of her for having no face. The corn husk doll cried and ran to the man's house who had made her originally, the woman's uncle. She wanted to know why she had no face. The man, who was now an elder, listened intently to the corn husk doll's story and then began to tell another one. He told her the story of why she had no face. They say a long time ago, the Creator gave the corn the duties of being food only. It would always be there to nourish the people and their animals. He later said the husks of the corn could be used by the people to make dolls for the children to play with. And so the people made beautiful corn husk dolls. And there was one doll who was made even more beautiful than all the rest. This doll, she clearly thought higher of herself than others. She didn't even want to play with the children anymore, preferring to stare at her reflection in the water and brush her hair. The Creator sent an owl to tell her that what she was doing was not right. The doll did not listen. She didn't even bother to look the owl's way the whole time that he was speaking to her. Suddenly, her face started to slowly dissolve and finally disappear. As the man finished his story, the corn husk doll asked if the Creator would be willing to give her back her face. The man answered that when the corn husk doll finally goes to the sky world, where the Creator is, then she can ask him. The man walked her out of his house, and the corn husk doll then went on her way. The moral of the story is not to be too full of yourself or vain, or really to think of yourself as above any other people. So I'm Skania Adir, and yawa for watching. Oh no.